Hi, my little angels. Come on in. Come in. I'm so happy that you're here. I look forward to our visits. Not going to be a long visit today. I'm not feeling well, physically and mentally. But you don't listen to me complain. But I'm just going to tell you bits, okay? If you're new here, thank you for giving me a chance. I really appreciate it. And you can feel free to like, to comment, and to share, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And for those who are returning, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. It means the world to me. I love connecting with all of you. I really do. And I've gotten so many responses to the giveaway, so keep them coming. I'm doing a giveaway for my 5K goal, and you can watch that video. It's called the 5K celebration. And you have till Sunday night, midnight, my time, so Canadian time, to get your... Oh, you know what? You have until I get up Monday morning. Okay? And then you give me your name and where you're from. And I'm going to put everyone's name in a hat and draw out the name. And yeah, those 5 prizes to be won. And for my 10K, when we get to 10K, I'm going to generate it through online. That was suggested to me. And I like that idea. I just like the personal touch right now. So that's out of the way. Also, the postcard exchange, please feel free. The P.O. box is in the description, and just, definitely send me one and I will send you one back. Okay, just to show us all that we connect. But on that line, I had an amazing email from Miguel in Madrid. Hi, Miguel. And Miguel did give me permission. They actually said I could read it, but I think it was personal to me, so I'm going to highlight some things about it. Miguel was so open, so incredibly open in their email about mental health and the struggles they've gone through, and the fact that they have battled depression and worked so hard on themselves, that with a therapist, that they've come out the other side and can look back and wants to help other people, which I think is incredible. And one of the things they learned is that they're very sensitive. And I hate when people use that word as an insult. What's wrong with being sensitive? Most of my friends are sensitive. I like sensitive people. It takes all kinds to make world, so we shouldn't knock anyone for being anything, Please don't. But what I love about what Miguel was saying, like they even admitted, I'm still working on this, sorry guys. They even admitted that they thought about ending it all and came through the other side. Please, guys. My tomorrow is better because you're in it. End of story. Please get help if you need it that way, please. But Miguel touched on a lot of topics that I think all of us go through. Miguel was involved in a toxic relationship, and things cleared greatly when that relationship ended. But one of the things Miguel mentioned, they went back and got their master's, and now they're unemployed. So Miguel said that sometimes they feel like they're behind. Okay, that's what I want to talk about with you guys today. We're not behind. I don't care what people tell you. Life is not a race. It's not. Okay? It's a path. We're all on it. Well, I always use that highway analogy, right? We're all on the highway together. We're not all going to end up at the same place. Some people are in front. Some people are behind. Some people get off at the wrong exit and have to take the long way around to get back on. But we all are on the highway together, okay? It's not a race. It goes along with comparing yourselves to others. We don't have to do that, guys. We really don't. And I do it too. I honestly do. But I try to shake it off because it's human nature, I think. We're especially I find in North America, everything is, how successful are you? How successful are you? I watch TV and movies and people are like, and what do you do? I have never been asked by someone, what do you do? Although I wish I was, because I would look them right in the face and say, I try to make the world a better place. What do you do? You know, I don't understand why it's so important. I remember somebody once asked me about my brother, my youngest brother. And my younger brother is, he's been working at the same job since he was 19 years old. In fact, he started on his 19th birthday. And he's now, he's going to be 54. And he's worked his way up, right? But it doesn't matter. He started out, and he's a caretaker. And in an industrial environment. And I remember saying that to somebody, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of what he does. He's good at it. Any job worth doing, do it well, and I'm proud of you. And she went, oh, I'm sure he's very good at it. And it was really snotty. And I'm like, well, wrong person to say it to, because I worked with her and I knew some things. So I threw them back at her, you know, and she didn't care for that. But you know what? Too bad. Don't come for the people I love. So, yeah. And he's one of my best friends. And I'm so proud of who he is. And he turned his job into a way to help other people. He helps people he puts way too much of himself into his job now. Because he's available 24/7 to people. And he really helps people. He really does. And he works to make the world better too. You know, so does his wife. They're both environmentalists. And, you know, I think the world's a much better place because of them. So don't worry about where you are in the game of life, okay? It's not a game where some win and some don't, and it's just a journey, guys. Do the best you can with what you know. End of story. If you learn better, do better. End of story. Okay? The only judgment we should worry about is the final one. If you have that faith, I do. Don't worry about what people are thinking or where you are and you're behind. Oh God, I'm really talking with my hands today. But there isn't a end game, you know? Everything's a journey. We just keep getting new stuff. And some people I find, especially when dealing with mental health, I think personally, we become stronger. Stronger than you know. I know that much. And we become stronger character, more resilient, and we're able to see the bigger picture, you know? Not just the narrow little, well, I have a bigger house than you. I had someone who used to be a friend, but at the time I didn't realize how toxic they were. And they thought they were just the best of everyone because they had a bigger house than everybody else. And the way they would talk about their family, oh my gosh, you know? And yeah, I'm like, yeah, you have a big house, that's all. Like, you're not the person I want around my child, let's put it that way. I don't want my child learning your values. That's how I always looked at things when she was little. But I shouldn't judge them either. Like, what is so bad that they now put their worth as to how big their house is? Maybe in time they've worked on their self-esteem and they realize that's not that important. Everybody is a work in progress. It's what we do. We're all works in progress. So yeah, that's our mental health chat for today. Just please don't compare yourself to others and don't think that you're behind any kind of schedule. We're exactly where we're supposed to be right now. My husband and I, we had this conversation a while ago. One of the biggest regrets in my life is that I didn't go to university. There were family issues and I had to work to help, but I would have gone to the same university he did. And I remember saying to him once, oh, can you imagine we would have been at a protest together? And he's like, we wouldn't have met. I said, okay. You would have come to a play that I was in? And he goes, we wouldn't have met. I'm like, we would have taken some philosophy class together. And he's like, wouldn't have met. He was math. Wouldn't have met. And I said, there would have been a pub night? He goes, we might have met. But I think about that. I said, we could have met, 20 years earlier, but we wouldn't have. We probably wouldn't have. So everything in life happens for a reason. My husband and I met on a blind date because of where I was working at the time. So everything was the way it was supposed to be. Anyways, that's my mental health portion of this. But thank you again to Miguel for opening themselves up. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, now let's go on to more superficial topics. I'm still working on making my eyes even. I watched a couple videos yesterday, and so I'm trying some new techniques, but I'm going to go buy a couple products this afternoon because somebody mentioned putting color corrector here as opposed to concealer to help bring my eyes up and to get just false eyelash wisps, just the individuals, just to put on the smaller eye here. And at the end, to try to open it a bit more, which I'm going to do. I don't really like dealing with the color correctors because that can lead to foundation, and I've got away from foundation because my skin is now clear and I don't have to. Today it doesn't look great because, like I said, I'm not feeling well. It's all in my chest, and I didn't even put on my BB cream this morning, just threw on a little bit of contour and whatnot. But like I said, you guys don't need to hear me complain. Oh, you know what? Never mind superficial topics. We're going back to mental health for a second. Sometimes mental health sneaks up on us, especially depression and anxiety. And we reached something. For me, it was my 5K goal. And I woke up really down today, and I'm like, why? I'm doing okay, and I'm helping people. People keep telling me that I'm helping them. What is wrong with me? Where is this coming from? And I know depression has worked its way in and has whispered in my ear, you don't deserve this. Nobody really watches. This is as far as you'll go. You know what? Depression, piss off. Sorry if that offends anyone. But it happens to everybody. So I sat down and tried to put it in perspective. Why am I feeling this way? And we can't always find the why. Sometimes we just have to say, okay, what can I do with this? So for me, it was filming. I got up, made myself put on a little bit of makeup, and because that makes me feel better. Okay, not telling anyone they have to. It makes me feel better. Okay, and I thought I'm filming. I'm going to tell. Plus, I had that wonderful email from Miguel. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to talk about it because I'm not the only person this happens to. And I find it's September 1st. Fall is coming, end of summer. People can get very down. Some people going back to school can be very hard. I notice it even with little Angel and her friends. They're going to be graduating, and it's a lot of pressure. And I think we put way too much pressure on our teenagers. I really do. At 17, 18, they're supposed to know exactly what they want to be, what they want to do, how they're going to do it. Come on. When I was in school, university was seen as more of where you learn what you want to be, where you learn what you want to do. Now, kids are expected to learn before they even get to high school. You're supposed to know exactly where you're going, what your path, and some parents don't help, or they help too much. I'm guilty of that sometimes. I really catch myself. Plus, Little Angel is very good now at saying, I know you're helping, but she watches my videos. She knows how to talk to me. But yeah, sometimes reaching a goal is scary, and it can open the door to self-doubt and depression. And I'm just here to tell you guys it happens to everybody. It doesn't mean you're taking a giant step back. It doesn't mean things are going to get bad. It just means it's a moment. Deal with the moment. Examine it. Feel it. Acknowledge it. And then decide where you want to go. We can't always do that with depression. Okay? Sometimes you need help. And you need it there. And remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a counselor. I'm just a me who's been through stuff. And I can tell you what works for me. And I'm on medication and I see someone. So I highly recommend that road. But yeah, sometimes I think we just have to acknowledge, oh, I'm down today. You know what? I'm going to feel it. I'm just going to feel it and not try to figure out why. Just know that I'm feeling it and figure out a way to make myself find my way out of it. Is it doing something I enjoy? Is it trying something new? Is it doing just something that makes me feel good? It happens to everybody, okay? And I don't want you to get down on yourselves thinking that you've taken a giant step back. That's not what this is, okay? If we're going on the highway analogy, it's a little bit of traffic. That's all. Traffic will clear. Do you need to change lanes? Do you need to just turn on the tunes and enjoy the moment? Whatever it is. I like this highway analogy. They call it something else in the UK. Oh, I used to know this. Please tell me what you call your highway. Thank you if you're watching. But yeah, you guys just, it happens to everybody. I said this wasn't going to be a long video, and it's getting to be a long video. It's just an Auntie Angel chat. Emphasis on mental health, but it's a little bit of everything. Oh, there, I made my title. But yeah, so back to the superficial crap. My makeup, yeah. So I'm going to try and see if I can make that one. See, I'm not wearing anything underneath, but this eye I find looks like I'm wearing mascara, which makes it look, I don't know why this is bugging me so much lately. Why one eye bigger than the other is really getting to me, but I know why. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a big old hypochondriac. So I have already, I'm ashamed to say, I've already Googled everything from brain tumors, aneurysms, mini strokes, like yeah, Google and I, even my doctor wrote it on my chart one day that I Google. As a joke, we were joking around, but it became that whole Seinfeld episode. Take that out! But yeah, the internet's a great thing, but it can not be a great thing either. Sometimes not all sites are responsible. But I recognize that in myself, so I'm able to say, relax. This is a you thing. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Be aware of your health. Be your own health advocate. I say that strongly, strongly, strongly. Especially the medical community can be very intimidating, especially when it comes to mental health. But when you connect with that right person, it's great. And if you're not connecting to the right person, it's okay to tell them, I don't think this fit is working. Is there someone you can recommend? They're aware of it. They went into their fields to help people. And they understand that fits don't always, not every shoe fits every foot type of thing. So yeah, I'm lucky enough that my doctor, this doctor I have is amazing. But yeah, I know that if I ever call, and I left a message last year when all the symptoms started, and I really thought I was losing it. And I was upset, and I just said, is there any way they can call me? I had a call within an hour. He goes, you never call for an urgent call. So I pray that you guys find someone like that. And if not, keep looking. It's okay to keep looking. All right. And I know it's not easy, but there are free places too. Call your local churches, synagogues, mosques. They all have referral places they can send you to. You can look online for mental health advocacy, and you can find a lot of places that, if not free, are on sliding scale based on income. So I urge you to try that. But yeah, back to superficial stuff. Makeup. I love my makeup. So yeah, somebody recommended the Pixie color corrector for here, so I'm going to try that. I know my drugstore carries Pixie, so I'm hoping they have it, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, and I did find those I told you guys I found the fingernails, so that are actually hair separators, but I'm working on that today to try to fix it, because I knew, especially my baby finger, it's down here, so I'm like, yeah, that's not going to do much tapping. So I'm either going to try wrapping yarn inside it or tape, or I'm hoping I can just squish them and make them fit. That's easiest to me. But there we go. So that's my video for today. I'm sorry it's kind of all over today, like all over the place, but so am I. And we all have these days, you guys. But again, I cannot thank you enough for all that you do for me. And by doing it for me, you're doing it for each other too. Because I'll share it. Again, thanks, Miguel. And I really appreciate all of you so much. And I hope you're all entering the draw. Angelonmyshoulderasmr@gmail.com. Just say my ballot. And yeah, we'll do the draw on Monday. That'll be fun, I hope. And yeah, keep coming back. I appreciate it so much. And as always, I love you. I value you. I honor you. And I'm so very, very glad that you were born.